When you receive the machine, we install the handles into the machine. We can see here has 3 holes: water inlet, still water hole, water outlet. Now we find a funnel and insert in the water inlet. And then add the water. Please remember the water must be distilled water or pure water, because the running water contains the impurity. It will damage the machine. When we see the water up from the still water hose, it means the water is full, we can stop at the water and press here for the funnel. About the water outlet, normally we need to change the water every month. When we want to change the water, we need to open it and let the water up from the machine, and then add the water again. Now we connect the power line and press this button on the machine. We turn on the key switch, and here is the emergency button. When you receive the machine, it was turned on, so you need to turn off. Normally, you don't need to turn on. Only when we have an emergency during the operation, we need to turn on. Once turned on, the machine will turn on. When we turn on the machine, we need to wait about 1 minute so that the machine has the buffer time. And you can see this machine has 2 systems, SHR and E-Light. Now we try the first one, SHR. This system is professional for hair removal. It has 6 options: face, bikini, body, side, arm, and armpit. Now we check the first one, face. Here is the system interface. This is the pulse frequency, and here's the power. The pulse we can set based on the denseness of the hair. If the hair is small, we can increase the pulse set to 6. And if the hair is filled, we can decrease the pulse set to 3. And here is the frequency, we can set to 3. And the power we can set according to the skin color. If the skin color is light, we can increase the power, set to 25. And if the skin color is dark, we can decrease the power, set to 15. And here is the cooling system. When we turn on, the handle will be in the cooling state. When we turn off, it will be in normal temperature state. Normally, we need to turn on. And this system, we need to use the filter to 640. This filter. This handle has 3 filters. We need to use the corresponding filter of the system. The 640 is professional for hair removal. And after a parameter start, we can clean here, start working.
拿上一点，拿到这里来，你刚才跑到下面去，有可能没有拍到。
And the second system is light. It has 6 functions: hair removal, skin rejuvenation, pigmentation therapy, wrinkle removal, acne therapy, vascular therapy. Now we check the first one. Here is the treatment record of different patients, and this is the pulse. This is the first pulse width, and the second pulse width, the last pulse width. The first pulse width we can set to 6.8, and the second one set to 6.3, and the last one set to 5. And here is the pulse intervals. We can set to 25 and 25. And this is the action time of F. We can set to 300. And here is the number of the pulse. We can set to 5. And this one is the discharge interval. We can set to 2. And here is the energy. We can set to 15 and 5. Here also is the system, cooling system. When we turn on, the handle will be in the cooling state. When we turn off, it will in the normal temperature state. And this function, we also need to use the filter for 640. And click here, start working. And the second function, skin rejuvenation. The first pulse we can set to 6.8. The second pulse we set to 6.3. And the last one set to 5. The pulse interval set to 20 and 20. And the action time of F set to 250. The numbers of the pulse we can set to 3, and the discharge interval set to 2. The energy also set to 15 and 5. And this function we need to use the filter for 530. This one. And the next one, pigmentation therapy. The first pulse we can set to 7.2. The second one set to 6.7. And the last one set to 5. The pulse interval set to 20 and 20. And the action time of F set to 250. And the number of the pulse set to 2. The discharge interval set to 3. And the energy set to 10 and 6. And this one we need to use the filter for 480. This filter. The next one, wrinkle removal. The first pulse we can set to 7. The second one set to 6.5. The last one set to 5. And the pulse interval set to 20 and 20. And the action time of F set to 300. The numbers of the pulse set to 3. The discharge interval set to 2. And the energy set to 15 and 5. And this one we need to use the filter to 530. This one. The function of skin rejuvenation and wrinkle removal, we need to use the filter of 530. And the next one, acne therapy. The first part set to 6.8. The second one set to 6.3. The last one set to 5. And the pulse interval set to 20 and 20. The action time of IF set to 300 and the number of pulse set to 3. The discharge interval set to 3. The energy set to 15 and 6. And this system we need to use the filter to 480. This one. And the last function, vascular therapy. The first pulse we set to 6.5. The second one set to 6.3. The last one set to 5. And the pulse interval set to 30 and 25. And the action time of IF set to 350. And the number of the pulse set to 3. And the discharge interval set to 3. The energy set to 15 and 5. And this one we also need use the filter of 480. This filter is used for the pigmentation therapy, acne therapy, and vascular therapy. After a parameter start, we can start working.